You're given a table about what students prefer for lunch and dinner at Martin Williams, and you're asked to find if these statements are true or false, or accurate or not accurate. So the first question is, what are my totals? Doesn't tell me how many students you are surveying. So first I'm going to have you find the total number of students in each column. Okay, so hopefully you got total means add. So 20, 30, and 10 gives you 60. 40, 15, and 5 also gives you 60. All right, so now we're going to find the validity of this statement. The ratio of students that prefer sandwiches to pasta is 1 to 2. Is this a part to part or a part to whole? So this is a part to part situation because sandwiches is a part and so is pasta. So you need to find the ratio of sandwiches to pasta. And that ratio is supposed to be 1 to 2. Let's see if it really is. Oh, sandwiches for lunch, sandwiches. That is 10 people. Pasta for lunch, pasta. That one is 20 people. Is that the same thing? Does that have the same scale factor on both sides? Sure does. Times 10 on this side, times 10 on this side, same scale factor. So your answer would be yes, because 10/20ths is equivalent to 1/2. Or if you wanted to say 10 to 20 is the equivalent to 1/2, that would be okay also. Okay, next one. If I go fast, you can just pause the video, rewind it. That's totally fine. 40% of all the students prefer pizza for lunch. Is that part to part or part to whole? All right, so hopefully you know that that is a part to whole situation because we are doing pizza to all the students. So we need the pizza to students as a whole, total students. All right, so we are going to do pizza for lunch. Lunch pizza is 30. 30 compared to all of our students. We said our total was 60. All right, I got to change this to a percent. We got to find out if that is the same as 40%. How do you change to a decimal first? Oh, 30 divided by 60 gives me 0.6 or 6/10. How do I change to a percent? Nope, I lied to you. Oh my gosh. 0.5. 30 divided by 60 is 0.5. Change that to a percent. Times 100. 50%. So you would have to say no, because 30 divided by 60 is 50%, not 40%. And that would be a totally fine explanation, especially if you have this work over here to back it up. All right, we've got a couple more that we want to cover. Number 10 says the ratio of sandwiches to pasta is 1 to 5 for dinner. Part to part or part to whole? So sandwiches is a part and pasta is a part. So that is part to part. Here's the sandwiches. Here's the pasta. For sandwiches for dinner, we only have 5 students. That's all we got. Dinner, sandwiches, 5 students. We've got pasta for dinner is 40. All right, so we got to decide is that the same as 1 to 5? All right, so if I go this way to make your scale factor a whole number, this is times what? Should have said 5. Is this times 5? No, this is times 8. 40 divided by 5 is 8. This is a no, 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 no. We do not, and you could also check it. 5/40 is 1/8, and the other one is 1/5. So it is not the same for multiple reasons. We've got no. 5 out of 40 equals 1/8, because 5 ABC 40 is 1/8, not 1/5. There you go. That was a part to part. Let's check 11. Over 25% of students prefer pizza for dinner. Over 25% of all the students prefer pizza for dinner. Part to part or part to whole? Okay, that is a part to whole because we're comparing it to all the students. We want pizza, and we want pizza compared to students, everybody. Let's see if that is 25%. All right, so pizza for dinner is 15. And we are going to compare that to all my students. Remember, all my students was 60. Let's see if that's 25%. 15 over 60. Change that to a decimal for me. 25 hundredths. Change that to a percent for me. 25%. How did I do that? Numerator divided by denominator to get your decimal, times 100 to get your percent. Is this a true statement? Sure is. 15 over 60 is equivalent to 25%. And I would say yes. And also, I would like to circle that this is a yes, just so it's really clear. All right, we've got a fraction. Oh, good. 2/3 of students prefer pasta at dinner. Part to part or part to whole? All right, 2/3 of all the students. Part to whole. Okay, so we want pasta to everybody. So I'm going to take the pasta from right here. Pasta to everybody. Here's the pasta. Here's the students. The number of students that preferred pasta at dinner was 40. So we've got 40 compared to everybody. All the students was 60. All right, I think we got to figure out what 40 over 60 is. See if you can simplify that. Oh, if you divide by 10, that'll give me 4 to 6. Oh, if you divide by, so I'll show that that was dividing by 10. Oh, if you divide by 2, that shows that you get ding, 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 ding. 2/3. You could also check 40 divided by 60 on the ABC button. Oh, sorry. 40 ABC 60, and that'll give you your 2/3 also. So we want to say yes for this one because 40, I'm going to say yes, 40 over 60 is equal to 2/3. Okay. And this last one says more than 1/4 prefer sandwiches for lunch. That is similar except for we have to check if it's more than 1/4. So those that prefer sandwiches for lunch is 5